Hi, you have to write an evaluative comment in your design standard, your conceptual design standard. You need to evaluate all of your choices and use this to justify the decision about which food you're going to make or which product you're going to go ahead with. Writing an evaluative comment is quite easy. There are 4 steps to it. 4 to 5 steps. You can use more than 2 examples. The first thing that you want to do is you want to introduce your idea. So for example, I need to decide which seam I am going to use when I'm making my denim skirt. Then you want to give your first example. So this would be the first example of the food that you want to be cooking or the product that you want to, or the product that you're going to be making. So in my example, the first example would be a flat felled seam. I would like to use a flat felled seam because these are often found in jeans because they're a very strong seam to use. They are quite a complicated seam to sew and quite tricky to sew and not very simple. They're very strong and you can top stitch it in different coloured threads to make it more interesting. Then you want to give a second example of the food that you could make or the product that you could use. So in my example, the second example would be a different type of seam. I could use a plain seam that's overlocked and pressed. This is a most common seam that people generally use the most, and it's a very quick seam to sew, but it's slightly more expensive as you need to use, as it costs more with the overlocking thread. The last part of writing an evaluative comment is to say which choice you have made and explain why you have made that choice. So in my example, it would be, I have decided to use a flat felled seam. I think it's important to have a strong seam when wearing denim fabric, and I like the idea of top stitching it in different colors so I can give a pop of color and give some more interest to my design. I can then use that top stitching color in different areas of my garment to unify the garment. Although a flat felled seam is quite a difficult seam to sew, I've practiced it and I've found it quite easy. So we can see that writing an evaluative comment, there are 4 to 5 steps. You might want to give a third example if you've got a good range of examples, and it's actually quite easy to write. You just need to introduce the idea, give your first example, give your second example, perhaps a third example, and then say which one you chose and why you chose it.